Travel, big meals, and time crunches don't have to interfere with your fitness goals. Staying fit during the holidays is actually easier than you think, and it can even help you de-stress. We're smack dab in the middle of the mistletoe season right now. Social obligations, shopping trips, office parties, family gatherings, and other festive events abound during this holiday time, which means we are spending more time driving, flying, standing in line, and also partying. Inevitably, this leads to, well, less time to devote to our fitness goals. On top of all that festiveness, many of us also feel stress from our extra busy schedules. That can lead us to overindulgence. Now, okay, even though I just painted a rather unmerry picture, I want to assure you that it is possible to stay mobile and active during the holidays and also not lose focus on your fitness goals. So, with that in mind, let's look at some strategies that can help you keep moving and feel energized, and perhaps even add some extra fun and entertainment to keep you not only merry and bright, but also fit. And the first strategy is to preload your movement. It's a simple concept, and it's easy to do anytime you're going to be pulled away from your usual fitness routine. So what you do is, in the days leading up to the busiest part of the holiday season, simply do as much movement and exercise as you can muster. Now, as you know, fitness is actually built while you rest after a hard period of training. So, if you know a period of rest is coming in the form of, say, a holiday break, load yourself up by skipping some rest days. Do some back-to-back workout sessions, lift slightly heavier objects than usual, and push yourself a little harder, knowing that you will be giving your body some restful care very soon. Now, the second strategy is to make sure to plan ahead. Lack of motivation is not usually the problem. Lack of planning is. Now, that same principle applies to holiday time. Don't leave your fitness routine up to chance. Make a plan by checking in with your gym in advance to find out their holiday hours. If you count on walking or cycling to work as your major movement time, but your office happens to be closed during the holiday, plan to do your shopping on foot instead. You can also set specific exercise goals that will get you moving early in the day before things get too busy. If you're traveling for the holiday, do an internet search for gyms and community centers and pools and skating rinks and all that kind of stuff near where you will be staying. A little planning ahead will help you make sure you don't get caught off guard. And my third tip is, don't be all or nothing. This is likely the most meaningful mindset you can embrace, and not just during this time of year, but any time of year when you find yourself thinking, I don't have time to exercise. Now, time is tight during the holidays, and that may mean you sincerely do not have time for your regular 30 to 60 minute routine. Now, here are some things you can try. Do some short movement breaks throughout the day when you have 5 minutes. Burpees, jumping jacks, squat jumps, and other full body movements are great when you don't have much time, but you want to get your heart rate up. You can also turn chores into exercise. This can be as simple as walking to the store to buy a holiday meal ingredient, or it can be more involved, like adding some extra challenges to shoveling the walk. And you can also turn outdoor fun into fitness. Well, it's easy to take some regular outdoor winter activities and, by making some small alterations, create a heck of a workout and have fun doing it. Now, my fourth tip is to move as much of your body as possible. There is a distinct similarity between both cardiovascular and strength training workouts. They both work better if you use your entire body. Focus on multiple joint exercises that activate many muscles at the same time. For the biggest bang for your limited holiday time buck, avoid exercises that target just one muscle group, like bicep curls, and instead focus on movements like Turkish get-ups or burpees. Which leads me to my next tip, which is plan easy home workouts. Getting dressed to work out outside or getting yourself to a gym, well, it takes extra time that you likely don't have during the holidays. So focus on movement routines that you can do at home, perhaps even in your pajamas. And my sixth tip is to make food prep into a workout. If you happen to be the one responsible for holiday dinner, don't just prep all the food standing or sitting in the same position the entire time. Mix it up. Make your prep station dynamic. This could mean putting your chopping board on the floor and kneeling at it. If you usually sit at the table to roll your cabbage rolls, try standing at the counter instead. If the weather permits where you live, maybe you can even move some of your prep outside and get some fresh air. Choose different levels and different locations to challenge your body and to make it more fun. You can also do things like shun the modern devices that outsource the more active parts of food prep as well. You can do things like mash potatoes with a masher or a ricer instead of using an electric mixer. You can roll the pie dough instead of using a store-bought dough. You can whip your cream by hand and also set aside that electric carving knife and work those muscles in your hands, your arms, and your shoulders by using ye old regular knife. Believe it or not, this all counts as very meaningful movement. And my seventh tip is to ignore the pressure to be sedentary. Now, you may experience some pressure from your family or your friends to take a break and put your feet up. While this is loving advice, we all could relax a little bit more, the idea that you need to be sedentary and perhaps overfed to truly relax, well, it's a myth. The most relaxing activity in the world can be a long walk, an easy jog, a nice bike ride, a yoga session, and the list goes on and on. Don't be fooled into sitting on your butt. Movement is both invigorating and relaxing. And my eighth tip is to avoid the couch, especially after a big meal. Studies have shown that postprandial exercise, or moving after a meal, may be an effective way to improve glucose control in individuals with type 2 diabetes, as well as folks with no blood sugar issues at all. The most consistent benefits that the researchers have seen was from a long duration, about 45 minutes, moderate intensity aerobic exercise. Now that sounds like a lovely post-meal walk to me. But resistance training also appears to be an effective way to manage blood glucose as well. Now that sounds like some snow shoveling, snow fort building, or many other fun activities that can challenge your muscles. The researchers from a study from the Department of Exercise and Sports Science recommend that individuals focus on increasing energy expenditure after the largest meal of the day. So before you even start cleaning up the kitchen, go and take a walk. And my final tip is to make it fun. If you have family around, especially children, making your exercise time fun and game-like can be just as effective as hitting the gym. Sledding, street hockey, skating, skiing, snowshoeing, winter hiking, well, all of those are fun and movement-filled activities. Now, if it happens to be too hazardous outside for some of your family or your guests, then play your usual indoor games, but play them on the floor. This will get everyone's knees and hips working at different angles than they usually do. And yes, it is okay to have some cushions available to make it more comfortable. We're trying to move our bodies in unique ways, not punish ourselves or our guests. What are you waiting for? Make your holidays active ones.